Dozens of people gathered outside the Smith Tower apartments, some people who live here, others who came by to show their support, most of them lighting a candle for the vigil to mark what happened here. The Smith Tower administrator knows how much the vigil means to the residents.
It's been a tough time, but the amount of support that we have felt and love from the community has just been overwhelming and amazing.
On Thursday, a man opened fire in the building, killing Dean Tunstall and wounding 2 others. Police arrested 80-year-old Robert Breck and charged him with murder and attempted murder. Court documents reveal a dispute led up to the shooting. One of Tunstall's children, Lanine, was at the vigil. She knows little of her father, but had the chance to learn more of him today. She has a picture of them together when she was a child, and a more recent picture she found as she searched for him. Before the events of this week, her hope was to get to talk with him.
My head's spinning a little bit, actually. There's no resolution, when you want to know things about your family history or him himself as a person. I won't know. Only what I've heard.
For Clayton Adams, this was difficult. He had known Tunstall all of his life and has fond memories of him.
Great guy, funny guy. Always the one with the newest joke, first one with the joke, and yeah, he was a funny guy. Great guy too.
Now, the people at the Smith Tower say this has really been very, very hard on them, but they do say that with the support that they're getting right now from the community, they will be able to get through it. Maggie, back to you.